Alright everyone, JB here. We're back with another Dragon Ball Legends video here on the channel today. Now today, I'm going to be going over a couple units or characters that I think possibly be getting a Zenkai for during the festival, and currently with, you know, the Sagas from the Movie campaign. Now technically it isn't over just yet, with us having about 2 weeks left. But it is a very possible, you know, couple speculations everyone's been talking about. But as always, if you enjoyed today's video, consider hitting that subscribe button and leave a like. That is very much appreciated. Now, before we talk about the video, I want to go ahead and just, you know, take a little side note with you guys. Now, cold season is upon us, and I've been gone a couple days. This video was supposed to be out yesterday, the day before that. But your boy, I've been having a sore throat. Now, while I might be a bit better now, I do apologize, you know, for not uploading. And just a heads up, if you guys hear my voice kind of crack a little bit, I'm not fully over it yet, but I'm getting better. But back to the video, right? So, looking at a couple options. Now, currently we have the Gogeta and the Janemba. Both of those guys that are Zenkai. Now, they're solid, right? They're very solid, especially Gogeta. Pretty good counter to Mr. Janemba up here. And everyone's been talking about Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta getting a Zenkai. I even consider it. Same thing with Broly. Both of these guys are released, I believe, on the same banner, same time. And it's just... It seems like every time, you know, we get a certain celebration, like the anniversary, last year's festival, there's been a lot of times that they could have gave these to a Zenkai, and sometimes I just feel like they just skip over them on purpose. Let's say, for example, with Rose, the LF Rose. When he got his Zenkai, I just really feel like they did him dirty. He had, you know, a couple solid things, but it felt like they limited him, right? And we all wanted him to get a Zenkai, and it just sucked, right? Because, you know, it's expecting him to be at least pretty good, and they just limited him on certain abilities. It's just typical Dragon Ball Legends. But looking at it, right, these two are definitely, you know, something I will look at to possibly see. Also, same thing with Goku and Vegeta. They're coming up on being 2 years old, so those two are also a good possibility. Because right now there isn't any events, any new events, any events that you could possibly get crystals for, because, you know, festival 2 weeks away. Everyone's trying to get their crystal ups. I know I am. Same thing. It just goes to say that there's gonna be premium units coming for the festival, and they're just making it harder for us free-to-play players, right? But, you know, I did mention this beforehand. They do this for every big celebration, which is anniversary and the festival. But as far as that goes, these are my top 3 if they do decide to drop something this upcoming reset. Now, I do apologize if I keep, you know, clearing my throat. Just trying to bear with it, trying to talk for this certain amount of time, right? But as far as that goes, we don't need anything else besides these 3 getting the Zenkai. Be one of them. I'm kind of rooting for Gogeta. I wouldn't mind Broly. These guys, I don't even have them at 7 stars. They've been sitting at 5 stars since I pulled them on release, and that's just how it's been. So as far as that goes, that's what I think on that, because movies is actually looking really good. You got Path to Power Goku. You got Yama 1 and 2. You got Ultra Janemba. This guy Gogeta still competing. You got Beast Gohan. Don't forget about him. Super Saiyan 3. I just say with his plat, he's definitely much better. But it doesn't solve all of his, you know, his problems. in terms of being the last canon. Piccolo's value has went up, especially since the release of both the Gammas, and Janemba. So, movies are looking really solid in my opinion. So throwing in one more LF Zenkai couldn't hurt them. They're already pretty much a powerhouse as it is. But looking at another tag that I did mention in one of my prediction videos, it's going to be the Universe Survival Saga. Now, in my prediction video, I did mention a possible tag, version of Kaioken with Evolution Vegeta. Now looking at that, right? Say we get the LF, we gotta get some Zenkais. You can't just give, you can't just drop an LF in the 1% sparking unit and then expect it to all be making the tag better, right? But I got a couple options in mind. Now, if they do decide to give a unit an LF Zenkai, which they probably will, at least one of them, it's gonna be either MUI or Jiren. Those are the only two options so far, right? MVP 17, both them and Goku, they literally came out earlier this year. Way too soon. Same thing with the Green Revival UI. Too soon. So these two, both are definitely looking to be the Zenkai if they give an LF Zenkai. And then we should expect them to at least give us, like a 1% spark or just a regular sparking Zenkai. And I'm looking towards this Frieza right here. This guy was really good on release, and I really feel like, we need some love for the Frieza clan. There's no sort of new Frieza besides Goku and Frieza that has been released this year, and it kind of sucks. Lineage Evil, I can't say they're in the dirt, but as mentioned in my prediction video, they can definitely use some buffs, right? And this would be a small step towards it. Looking at someone else is also God of Destruction, Toppo. This guy, in my opinion, was pretty solid on release. He isn't in a bad unit. Now keep in mind, what I think, besides us getting the LF tag unit, I think we could possibly see a version of this guy. Let's say maybe a revival version of him, from his base form to the God of Destruction, or maybe just a transforming unit. Either way it goes, I really feel like this festival, we're going to see something different in terms of, because they've always done something different in terms of different ways how they use the mechanic, or just a different skill set of what's in a unit's kit. They always done something different. Unique gauges weren't introduced until this guy came. That was something new. Tag units weren't introduced until Tad Blue Boys. So it's more of, we might see something new, hopefully. But looking at someone else possibly could also be, I don't think this guy has a Zenkai. No, he does not. So this guy is, he was solid. Like, a lot of these units weren't super bad. I'm just going to say that this guy has to probably be the worst. Just dog water. And the fact that I pulled this guy up to 9 stars, the audacity. That was horrible. Like, this guy was horrible. I'm sorry, but this 17 could definitely use a Zenkai. Same thing with Kefla. She hasn't had really any form of love in the game. Like, we've gotten this free-to-play Kefla, but come on, it's a free-to-play unit. They're good for a certain amount of time. Sometimes they're good for even a longer period of time, but at the end of the day, they are still a free-to-play unit. So, limitations, right? If they give this guy a Zenkai, I would actually be happy. He could use it. I don't even think he has, he doesn't even have cover change, I don't think. It's really kind of sad. He was horrible, man. I was so irritated using that guy in PvP. You have no idea, man. It was atrocious. This Beerus is also another option. He unlike our good pal Vegeta, he has cover change. He has a no switching. He has a fast draw. A couple of good things already for him. just giving him a Zenkai would be the benefit on top, right? And then you also have this Topo as well. Pretty solid on release. He had endurance, he had a cover change, all that good stuff. He was able to heal. And I think I could be mistaken. The no switching he had was, I think, on his main ability, or something doing with how much damage he takes. Either way, that's another option that I think. There are a few more units they could throw out there just for a Zenkai if possible. Vados. This was like the best support unit you can throw on Galki when people were running Galki for mains. So that is also another option, because technically Goku and Vegeta would be Galki, right? So that will also be an option for them as well. And same thing, maybe this, Khalifa and Kel, that's also an option as well. They could definitely do something with this, right? They have a lot of units they can look at and possibly give some Zenkais too. Now looking at our last tag, it's gonna be GT. Now everyone's been talking about it already. We're pretty much expecting to see something GT related. We haven't gotten not one GT buff since last year, during the festival, which of course is when we got, the Tad 4s right here. Alongside, they gave us 3 Zenkais. LF Goku right here. Did I skip over him? No, I didn't. It was Super Baby 2 and also Pan, which pretty much brought the Tad out the dirt. So it was nice. It was nice. Sorry about that, guys. I had to clear my throat again. This sickness is really beating me, bro. It's insane. Like, this guy is something that I expect to get a Zenkai. Obviously, we've all been talking about it. He has to be the Ultra. If not him, everyone's been thinking Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. While it is possible, we've always gotten some form of a fusion character during big celebrations because they make the most money. So therefore, it's very possible, but he does need a Zenkai. No amount of plat equips can really just fix this guy. Like I said, plat equips, they're temporary boosts. They're not a fix to the problem to make the unit better, right? So I also would love to see Amadu give him a Zenkai. If not give him a Zenkai, give him alongside on the banner that they release a 1% Sparking, right? Now, technically being, we have not seen them release any like new units besides the Ultra whenever they release a new Ultra banner. So therefore, most likely he will possibly get Zenkai, depending on where they want to lean towards, depending on the color of the Ultra as well. And same thing with Omega Shenron. You got this guy right here, you got this guy right here. Show him some love, give him a Zenkai. You got a few options here. I actually enjoyed this Doku when he first got released. This guy was really solid. He had an AoE green card that really just gave you a free combo. Same thing, well, not this 17. I meant these two right here. Jesus, y'all can see why I have not been recording. Your boy's 9, just trying to record this. I hope y'all appreciate that. Risking my life, man. But yeah, these two right here, I believe they got released on the same banner when this guy got released, alongside him and Zamasu, the Corrupt. So these two would also be a solid option. So besides that, if you're looking at the tag itself, GT doesn't even have a lot of characters, right? So it's really just, it's like, what can they do at this point, right? So hopefully they decide to throw some other new characters on the Ultra banner, which we have not seen yet. Normally it's featured just random LFs in the game on the feature list. So we should definitely see something of a different, maybe a different format, how they do the banners. Maybe they might do it like the anniversary. First part, we get an LF, a really good tag unit. Second part, 2 LFs. Third part, the Ultra. They can do something different, but expect them to just give us some form of a broken mechanic. Now, of course, unique gauges aren't new now. but they have been all year long. They've been changing how these things work, how they do certain like abilities with them. Got Janemba recently with his strike cover change, which is insane. We had the the Tad, Super Saiyan 3, and Vegeta, who were introduced pretty much the preparation mode. And same thing with the Gammas. They had something similar to that. That was something new for us as well. So they've been, you know, we've been getting some really solid units all year long. Besides Ultras, also LFs. So expect to see something different, some hype, hopefully. But as far as that goes, it's gonna be the end of today's video. Hope everyone have a blessed day. As always, it's your boy JB. I'm out.